Hello, everybody. Welcome to Center versus UNA.
Yep.
UNA, correct. Center versus UNA. This is the first of the elimination games. My name is Blake. I play for Center White Overwatch team, and I have
Brian, a past Valorant player.
lovely. And we're gonna get into this match. Starting on Haven. Not seeing anything too out of the ordinary. I will say Ixora on the Sova. I like to see. I like to see Ixora branching out from the Reyna.
Interesting pick here with the Chamber Sentinel as well.
Yeah, I think Whisper likes to sit on that chamber, and I think Haven is not a bad map to do that on. And you know, if it works, it works. Sova mirror match. Sova mirror match is something that is just a match of lineups, and we just have to hope that we have more. But I know Ixora is gonna pull this one out. What do you think? What do you think with these comps is gonna be the biggest issue on both sides?
I think with the attacking side, having Chamber is definitely more useful. He can get out and take more fights without as much punishment, but on their defense is going to be a lot harder to hit, especially with their KJ util, and her ult is really helpful on both sides. So
I agree.
I think there's going to be a lot of defaulting with attacking because of the Chamber. Oops.
A little bit of technical difficulties. All right, though. Pistol round, C-long. Love to see it every time. I love pistol round, C-long. But we're looking like a couple of ghost buys, not full utils or anything. The smokes are pretty even. I think Omen can hold this map down. Definitely not as good as Brain though.
Yeah. It looks like they're running right into the KJ2, so let's see how they execute this.
Yeah, this is a setup C site here. They're gonna be running some oppositions. There's that util. Dog goes out. Oh, unfortunate Storm gets taken out.
Good trade.
Oh, the point blank chalk dart. That's a lot of picks for them. KO's gonna have a lot of money going into this next one, and maybe even ult really soon. Just with that being a 3K, it sets KO a little bit farther than everybody else in the game.
And we're trying to see those two forced bulldogs from their Omen and KO. So this is gonna look like KO is gonna try and take a lot of fights to farm that ult orb.
Yeah, I think that KO's top priority is just gonna be able to shut down a really early push with that ultimate. I mean, I think taking Window's not a bad move here, especially whenever you know that they're running classics and ghosts. Yeah. They know that Ixora is there, but the rest of them are gonna push on the site. It's just KO here. Ooh, unfortunate.
And we got a dink on Jet.
Down mid.
Got no armor.
Ixora getting pinged in grass. If they push into garage, that's some utility they're gonna have to fight through, as well as some people. They're kind of ready for that. They're just looking for what else they can get out of this particular round. There's not a whole lot. Ooh, the chalk dart was promising. An unfortunate second round, but if you win first pistol round, you're basically gonna win second round. It's not something that is super disheartening.
It looks like we have a full buy from the attackers, and it might look like another default.
But we will have Vandals this time. We will have full Vandals, full armor. I think that, you know, now is whenever the game is actually going to start, whenever playing Econ is maybe a little bit less influential. Also, they are saving a little bit from UNA. UNA, they are running a little bit of Spectres and Lights and things. Just trading bullets there. If they push that, they're going to have to go through turret. So many people in garage. Yeah, the Molly's going to chew through Snom. Got to get out of there. especially with the pings too. Sora gets taken out.
Looks like defense is fighting up A. Oh, I don't think they know that their Omen is right there too.
The Omen behind Snom is scary. Oh, it doesn't matter. The concuss from the dog.
Dog.
That was really well played, and it ended up giving us a little bit of a lead. Nice. That's a good pick on Heaven. You're gonna throw that util into CT. One could be going behind. They don't quite know that. We of course know that they're gonna full rotate to that CT. Maybe go up into Heaven later on. Nice, fantastic pick. Sova has to get on, take out 3, and defuse. Push through the chalk dart. Fantastic headshot.
We could not work out our differences.
And now we get into the game. Now we don't have to worry about pistol rounds and things like that. We can run these Vandals, and I'm ready for it. Has KO gotten his ultimate and used it already, or?
I don't think he's. I think he gets his ult this round.
Okay.
Oh, next round.
Just maybe stalling that ultimate a little bit. That lead that they got in the first 2 rounds wasn't really put to any use.
Looks like the defense jet has bought an op. 4th round.
Right here.
Incredibly frightening, especially with somewhat of a presence going towards A. They are going to hold that though. They know that maybe they're going to push through short, things like that. Not wanting to dedicate anywhere yet.
Good util dump by their KJ. Now defense could re-hit if they really wanted to.
Jet is just holding that long. Nobody quite knows that just yet, but if they push out, they're going to have to go through that op. Dog goes through. Dog's not going to see that operator. Dog's just going to see short. Op shot goes out and whiffs. And now we're going to look for a rotate. That was absolutely fantastic. Making it to where that op has to move and they don't have to push into it. The nice ping through the box. That stim is going to get everybody on the site. Ooh, hard flash. There's not much you can do there. 3v4 still winnable. Oh, unfortunate. Whisper was in the back, but they expected it. Picking up a better gun, maybe trying to get out of there. Ooh, a deadeye on the drone. Unfortunately, there was people there. The flash to get out. Looking like it might be a little bit of a save. Hold some flanks. Maybe get a few picks and try and get out.
Hailing over here.
Not a bad play, just trying to preserve that economy.
Hailing over here.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, and it looks like they don't really want to push this. Knowing that they have the lead, they don't really need to. They don't need to force anything. And you were right. KO does get that ult.
Yeah, but it looks like KO just grabbed his ultimate now, so he'll be looking to use that on one of the sides for retake.
Yeah, I will say also, Snom might be able to pull out knives here. I think that knives is one of those ults that can either get you a really nice trade, a whole lot of nothing, or an ace.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
on if you whiff or not.
right up in the air a lot of the time. But I got faith. Their jet is gonna push through short this time instead of waiting in long. Op shot rings out and gets pierogi. That's unfortunate. The knives come out in order to contest. Somebody has to get that bomb.
It's going to be a little hard for the defense to attack now since they have no smokes and they're fighting against an operator.
Yeah, pushing through this is going to be incredibly difficult, especially with the operator just holding down like the popular entries, and on top of that, you've got 3 people standing behind the operator. There's not really much you can do to contest this. Snom did pop knives though. Snom wants something for those knives. That ultimate is something that you got to build up. You got to get some sort of value out of it. Going for the ping, wants to make sure they see that Sova. Oh, unfortunate. While backing up, just gets shot in the back. Limey's alone here. Takes out Sova. Here's a pick. Gonna rotate through that smoke. Unfortunate, Snom could not. Ooh, take out the resistance on A. Limey just stuck in that molly. That was a lot of util burn that they used there. But still, a loss is a loss. I don't think it's gonna set us back too much, simply because we did have a couple people be able to save those Vandals. Maybe a little bit of a save round, and then we're back into it.
Looks like we also have chamber off next round as well. Maybe 7 out of 8 full charges.
I think that maybe that might be what we need in order to contest that off as an operator of our own.
What I'd like to see out of Whisper is that he uses the op next round and takes a fight, because he has that one shot advantage.
I'm taking a little bit of damage from the molly, but able to back up. Oh, the ping. The ping is unfortunate. I think almost everybody got seen there. That's just a lot of poke that Snom's taking before these fights even start. The plights of being an entry fragger. The hard flash. They don't push off of it though, which is really good for Snom. Everybody's sort of backing up. Snom is kind of on her own. Everybody's there, but sort of at a distance. Whisper's backing up through window.
Looks like they're regrouping towards A.
Snom is going to stay and try and maybe hit somebody trying to lurk.
He's only blind, just tagged.
Yeah, hits that jet, gets pinged. This is a lot of, Oh! Pulls out while they had util, but unfortunately somebody came from behind. Ixor gets taken out by that KJ. Backing it up, still not dedicating to a site because they can just rotate. They can rotate through to meet, and that's just a one fight for them. That operator holding window. There's not really much you can do here. You do want to try and get something other than a classic, though. That would be optimal.
10 seconds left.
They do want to die here for the extra money. Nice. Both of them died, and so they did get a little bit of extra cash than they would have gotten if they'd stayed alive there. So that was a good play to rush them. They, of course, don't want to lose that operator. They have to retaliate. And we are going to call that timeout. We're going to lose the second caster for a moment so that we can... so the second caster can go get a drink. But yeah, I think in this timeout, really just reconvening about like how we need to entry. Snom is taking a ton of damage on these entries, and then how we deal with rotates. We're rotating a lot here, and that might be good because they're setting up really heavily on these sites. A lot of util, a lot of opposition wherever they go, and just you have to figure out what to do. You have to talk, see what some people are seeing that maybe they just they aren't sharing it in the specific moments. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure what the answer is. We're 5-1. This isn't by any means a lost battle by anyone here. And there's always going to be second half, even if this half does go poorly. But having that conversation is going to be important, and really just they need to coordinate about what the game plan is for the next handful of rounds.
You want to play? Let's play.
As this round starts, we go into a little bit of a split push between maybe looking at A and at grass. We are looking at grass a lot. They are doing just default defense. Ooh, the operator comes out from Whisper. They do want to hold that mid because that's the longest sight line that they're going to have ready access over. Whisper moving into window. Gonna see if anything can be found on B. Has to rotate. C long is definitely not a bad place to run that operator. Grass is not either. If Sova decides to push that garage, really they want to play around this operator. Not dedicating to any spots, but they are running out of time. They are gonna have to push somewhere. Making some presence on C. While presence on C is happening, they're going to rotate over to A. A is something that's happening. The Omen might have seen them. Omen is sitting in short, might have seen them gone into main. Omen is going to find Whisper there. Omen backing up, now going onto the site. KJ utility, have to deal with it. The blind. Unfortunate. Brogy gets
Spike
taken out.
down A.
Xora is still there, though. Go get that bomb. Light flash, peek. Lovely. Bomb has to go down. 10 seconds.
Left.
Xora takes out the KO.
Spike down A.
My ult.
Oh, a lot of really nice kills there at the end. But that operator is kind of ruling over A at the moment. I think that choosing to play around the operator, the tour de force, I think that's a really good play. But UNA is playing really passively. UNA is locking down these sites. They know that they have to be pushed. They do not have to push, and it's kind of working in their favor. As for ultimates, the only ultimate that UNA does not have is KO. So that could be, depending on how far they stretch these ultimates, that could be a couple rounds just in their favor, or even just guaranteed win.
Time to hunt.
They're gonna full rotate over to A. Maybe not full rotate, but they're gonna think about it now that presence is being shown. A little bit of noise is being made. You have to react to it in some way. C is gonna be left untouched at the moment, while it looks like Jet is gonna go peek mid. We'll see if that's becomes detrimental as Snom pushes into garage and everybody else has to run away from KJ ult. They're all rotating to try and meet Snom at this fight. Snom does not know how many people there are. Nice, takes out the Sova. He's gonna smoke that operator. What a fantastic smoke.
Good lurk by Snom.
Here.
Guess when they're ready to execute C now.
That op does take out Blimey. Still looking at CT. You have to contest an operator with a Vandal, and it's just not a fight you want to take. Incredibly hurt, though.
Here.
Or not an operator, the Vandal takes out Xora. Just these flanks. Really hurt, though. Brogy could win this. It's just a stray shot to the legs.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. The KO goes down. Snom gets taken out on site, though. Bomb is down. They have to contest this. Nice. With the Pierogi has that ultimate, which is going to last a little bit of post plant, but it's not going to take up all the time. They do have to stall. Brought them away from the bomb, but I can't tell exact. Oh, nice. KJ's going to have to back that up. That is going to be a 1 round 4 center. It cost an ultimate, everybody on the team, and bomb going down on like the 3rd site that was pushed. However, it's a win. Not only is it a win for center, but also you got that op out of the Jets' hands. Looks like they are just gonna buy another one, but an operator is an expensive gun that you kind of have to run seldomly. Looks like they might not run it again, but getting the operator out of the Jets' hands is a really big play. Even if you can't get it in your own, you're sort of denying them this crutch that they've been relying on for so many rounds. Unfortunate ping. They do know that Whisper's there. No!
Oh, very nice shot.
What a disgusting headshot from Whisper. And the instant nice shot.
Oh, another nice shot.
Another nice shot to follow that up. What is happening? These are 2 absolutely disgusting picks back to back, and that's going to make it to where it is a 5v3. They're going to go onto A. Everybody else is still rotating. They're going to get control of the site pretty easily. The Seeker's going out, showing that there's somebody in heaven. Ooh, but the Sova ultimate, maybe prolong that plant a little bit. Nice. Snom used that ultimate to peek out, take out the Omen.
Blinded.
Oh, that ping is really unfortunate, just revealing that where everybody's staying. It's not super influential because they didn't peek off of it, but...
It'll still be hard for the defenders to retake this without any smokes.
Right. Whisper gets taken out. Backing up to get those heals. 3v2. But KJ's incredibly hurt from UNA. KJ gets pinged. Oh,
Last player standing.
it's just Pierogi.
One enemy
Nice, that's
remaining.
1. Has to push that. They are defusing. Ooh. Very unfortunate. They halved it and then decided to push Pierogi. I think that was almost as much as you really could have done that round. That was 2 picks off the start, making it a 5v3. Maybe more dedication with ultimates is the only thing I can think of.
Or playing off each other is another thing that they could have done more. After post playing, they took a lot of single hand fights.
There's going to be a timeout from UNA's side. I think that Snom is entering really well here and is making sure that we're getting 2 site. It's just a matter of
holding it.
Yeah, getting those picks really help them just get dominance over A site. Like so Snom could get in and then everybody else could almost just walk in and follow her.
Yeah.
Just thinking about what all they could do to change this. That's just what this timeout is being used. What they can do to make that last round that was almost a win, change it a little bit, make it a win. Looking at ultimates, that did I want to say that cost a little bit of ultimates. I feel like we used Seeker. I don't think that Sova ult was ours. Brimstone ult was used a couple rounds ago. We're low on ultimates.
Yeah.
But hey, knives. We love the gambler's ultimate.
We have a lot of initiators, so hopefully we can get, or the defenders can get at least 3 rounds on the attack, and hopefully they can play around their info gathering on defense.
I think because these teams are very similar. Oh, the knives! The knife 1v1 once more. Not gonna find more. But that was something there. Rookie gets hard flashed. Unfortunate. Just a battle of flashes right here. They want to peek this KO, but they do have worse guns. The ping goes out. Unfortunate. While the util is out, KO was able to get that double. That did cost UNA's knives. But whether or not that's going to be that influential of a sort of steal is going to be up to these next rounds. Everybody's looking to get a hold of their ultimate and then instantly use it. There is not enough rounds to be holding on to these types of things. But also economy. If you cannot buy for next round, or there's no guarantee, then you should really be saving. It is around 11, so it looks like economy's not something that we're super worried about. Or maybe it's just we have to win this. Nom does get taken out instantly, but gets traded by Blimey. Unfortunate, the spray, just really unfortunate. Ooh.
Gets traded by Pierogi.
Pierogi gets that trade. Still a 3v3.
Silva's up C.
Victoria gets taken out by a flank. Whisper doesn't know about the flank. How unfortunate. Move on. It's just Pierogi versus 3. Close to ultimate, almost full utility. This isn't absolutely over. Omen doesn't know that they're there. Peeks right whenever... Really just look right whenever you should have looked left. There's nothing you can really do there. That's going to lead us to last round. Last round in this half. If you've got money, you have to spend it. If you're going to get an ultimate, you're not going to have it in the next round. Looking at these guns, it does look like it was a little bit of a we need to win this next round view whenever it came to economy. So going into this last one, we're going to have a little bit worse guns, maybe not fully util. Not super influential ults from UNA, Omen ult being one of the weaker ones in the game. KO ult is still something that center will have to be afraid of a little bit. Pushing onto A really quickly before they can rotate. Nice! Nom gets that Omen.
Nice.
And gets the jet. And getting healed back up too. Down to a 5v3. Nom could play aggressive or could play it passively. They played aggressive in that round where they almost won. But ultimately they didn't win, so maybe something should change. Blimey does get one in the flank. Whisper gets taken out though.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Heaven is down. It is just CT. NECC is going to pick that last one off. 9-3. 9-3 curse. 9-3 curse is real.
Switching sides.
We move on into the second half. How do you think this half is going to differ? Just thinking about comps, like what do you expect?
I expect a lot of info gathering, pushing, especially with Chamber. He has to take a lot of fights to try to get that first blood. Especially with his TP, he can get out as soon as he can. And we have a Silva with a Sky, where we can flash deep or recon deep, see if anyone's there and start pushing for a flank. So I think there's gonna be a lot of first blood fights, info gathering and flanking. That's what they need to do to win this half.
Yeah, I definitely think that Snom entering and getting everybody on site and just being a little bit loose in the on the picks is something that's going to completely change on defense with just this composition. It's a little bit more defense oriented, but they are going to push instantly onto B, leaving one behind. Nice, Brogy's going to pick that jet off. One of their stronger players. It's really nice to have that off the table really early. Doesn't know that's on the right. Oh, get some damage off. That's really nice though. Whisper and Snom.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah, Whisper putting use to those bullets.
They have a jet flank now.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Tom gets 3.
we could hear that a little bit of begging for the peak from Snom. Just knew that KJ can only look at one of them. Now that Center has won this pistol round, it is most likely that they are going to win this one, making it 9-5. Not guaranteed, of course, but as we saw with the first half, Bulldogs is so much different than Classics.
Yeah.
And unless they decide to also run a little bit of a force.
Looks like we see a force of a Vandal here. With Snom, she can't afford to die.
Sort of holding that garage. Looks like Sora is going to hold a really dangerous position. Doesn't, of course, know that it's a dangerous position. Chalk doesn't quite find anything. Oh, throwing out a lot of things. Bullets, footsteps. You just got to get out of there.
Good damage off, though. With the
They're
Shark
going to
Dart.
rush as well. Crazy that none of those bullets hit Jet. But those will. Sora gets that really nice pick. Once again, big player off the table.
They have retake dart. Now they're grouping up.
Time to hunt.
AJ still is outside of garage and can go for that flank once we get a little bit farther into this round.
Squad.
The heal goes out. The heal while peeking is scary, but we get rid of 2 of them. Brogy gets taken out, but gets traded. They don't know that she's in that smoke. But of course it gets found. Bomb gets defused. 9-5.
And you get to keep the Vandal too, which is really huge for the next round.
Very big. Now saying that, with the guns that are just going to be had, just like last round, round 3 is the great equalizer, to where we've got Vandals, we've got maybe a couple saves from Center side, but ultimately UNA is going to be at their strongest in this round. No ultimates. Nobody really got off to as good a start as KO did in that first half, so we're not going to expect any ultimates for at least a round or 2. They're going to do a push onto A. Ooh, unfortunate. It takes out Snom. They're going to continue to push. Maybe force Center to back up a little bit. Do a little bit of restraint. The smokes come out from that Omen. Still just clear in sight. Bomb is now being planted. Whisper in heaven.
Spike planted.
Nice. Gets one.
Time to hunt.
Dog is going to concuss there. But the blind goes out, prevents the capitalize. As well as the ping.
Last player standing.
Unfortunate. Jet gets 2. There's not much really you can do whenever you're expecting to chalk dart and all of a sudden it gets ripped out of your hands. Oh, the turnaround! The turnaround at just the worst time. Like I said though, a lot of people were saving that round. They had those round 2 guns and just wanted to see how far they could take those. Vandals are still on the table for both teams here. This round is going to be a really big decider on maybe just a little bit prophetic of what the rest of this half is going to look like, what the rest of this game is going to look like. Is that defense going to be strong enough to carry them through the little bit of a lead that UNA has gotten in that first half?
Looks like the attackers are starting to do another mid default. Trying to get as much util as they can before they hit a site.
A little bit of a 1v1 between Ixora and the KO. Really split here. Both teams, neither teams can really say that they need to full commit on one side or the other.
Sora has the info now that he saw KO long.
And it does look like they're going to go for a little bit more of an A rotate. Now they're actually getting two site, short and long. Oh, the silence, or not the silence, the suppress. The suppress is just absolutely awful for Ixora with how long those windups are.
Spike planted.
Looks like we have retake dark too as well.
That's no more shock darts from UNA side. Nice, Snom gets that pick. Could, of course, get flanked. Unfortunate, Whisper gets taken out in heaven. Oh, Blimey is not able to clear that corner.
Last player standing.
That is going to be everybody taken out. It is 11-5. UNA only has to win 2 more rounds in order to win this match.
Double check it, please.
It's going to have to be a little bit of a comeback, but it's not an unheard comeback. This is still incredibly doable.
We have to center down a lot more, so you never can know with this team if they can come back or not.
Absolutely. Not to mention, this is the first round. Of course, everybody is getting warmed up before the matches and things like that, but who knows? Maybe it just takes a little bit to get your head in the game. It does look like almost a full just dedication onto C from UNA. I don't know if teleport can really save you there if you were to peek through that smoke. Everybody using that utility to get up on high grounds. I will say the knives were popped. Ixora gets one. Snom wants something with these knives. He's gonna have to push out Garage. Lovely. That's 3 in there. Could lead to a massive chain. Gonna get pinged.
Here. You should run.
Nice smoke. Blimey gets taken out by the Omen that ulted. Unfortunate. Does get damage off though.
Last player standing.
Omen behind.
Oh, he's gonna get detained.
Gonna get detained. Doesn't realize that. Oh, doesn't realize that he's in the KJ. Just one more round.
Match point.
But like we said, comebacks are absolutely possible. And not to mention, this is just the first match. We have 2 more to go. Going into this, I think using those knives and getting picks and getting damage was really nice, but really, you can't really expect more. If you pop knives and then you get a kill, you're doing the things that knives allows you to do. I don't really know if Snom could play that any differently other than obviously just hitting more shots, but if I hit every shot I took, then I wouldn't be sitting here right now. A little bit of a mid contest here. Not really pushing onto anything. I will say UNA is down 1. Both teams are down their jet. Really big players, especially if you're on attack. You're trying to get into a site. Not having your jet is detrimental.
Scout destroyed.
They're going to show that presence on B. Ixora's going to maybe think about rotating off, but it might not be the best idea. As we know, KO is there. Nice. KO shows that presence. Going to maybe stall Ixora from that rotate a little bit as the rest of UNA rotates onto A. this site is basically free for them. Might be able. Oh, Brogy gets taken out. A lot of utilities to shut down that entry.
Can't use that. Can't use that.
Sky dogs are
Can't
not
use
out of,
that.
or not dog. Seekers are not out of the question here. Oh, that flash! That flash got a lot for center.
Last player standing.
Just Xora. Unfortunate. That is going to be a first match for UNA. But we will go on to the second match really soon. And we will see you then. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Brian, my second caster, did have to step away, but you still got me, and that's all you should need. We're going to move on into our second game. UNA did win the first one, but that just means we get to play more whenever we beat them this round in Bind. We will have Snum on that Astra pick. I personally love the Snum Astra and Ixora Reyna. It's almost like staples. I feel like Snum, of course, goes absolutely crazy on that Jet, but I think that Jet is currently in a position to where she's not the greatest. Of course, people still run her. People still run her every day. Looking at the difference between comps here, there's a very stark one. Center has very select smokes. Astra is sort of known for, I know where you're gonna go, and so I'm gonna be able to throw utility there, but almost like an antithesis to that, UNA is running Viper and Brim. You're not gonna be able to see anything. That being on attack is somewhat detrimental to people trying to play up in heaven and things like that, but luckily Whisper isn't on that chamber pick that's so reliant on long distances and things like that. We will see a Cypher mirror match, Cypher being the character that got the most recent buff. Ton of presence on C Long and a little bit in Hookah. Center is, of course, defending this. Not a lot to defend with, however, it's Cypher. Cypher is going to have presence here for a little bit. Oh, a lovely play that just simply did not work. That was absolutely gorgeous. The double Cypher smokes and then hitting the trip. It was great. Dog goes in, is going to see. Doesn't quite get that bite. That bite might kill Cypher? I'm unsure. Whisper gets taken out. Blimey does know that they're here. Blimey takes out one. Oh, gets got by the second one. It's just Snom. Snom gets one. Or doesn't get one, but gets a bullet. Uncertain of where they're going to go. That's one, and gets taken out by the second one. I think that was a ton of really good plays from both teams. They pushed on really quickly before Center could rotate, and at the same time, while they were rotating, throwing down all those smokes. But then you go to Center. Center had that site locked down. There was a really nice looking smokes in order to defend from tube, and it was just down to the luck of the classic right click. Something that you gotta love luck. You gotta love luck in these types of games. But that does mean that Center is projected to lose this round particularly. Now I'm getting taken out just by that rushing raise. So our flash has to back up here. Will be met with some resistance. Oh, that Molly. Can't really peek out of this. Especially with the smoke. Oh, the dog. Hits Blimey right in the face. Unfortunate. That's the whammy, or the double whammy. Moving up into heaven. Maybe they can find something here. Whisper gets one. Rogue's going to be able to defend from ZT.
Last player standing.
Gets one. Whisper did get taken out, though. It's a 1v3. 1v3 the classic is hard, but maybe Pierogi can do it. That's the third one. This is entirely possible. This is a 1v1. While Pierogi is hurt, pops that smoke, is maybe peeking out of that smoke a little bit. Oh, hits the headshot. That was a beautiful headshot, some beautiful hits, and it just wasn't enough. Brings that Brim down to 46 HP. That was a heart-wrenching play right there, but a good one. That was almost a one round on on round 2 that we aren't supposed to win. That is indicative at all of how this is going to go. I'm very excited. As we saw last time, round 3 is kind of where Center is able to bring it back. Round 3 is whenever we have those Vandals as well as all that util. Going for just a really split push here on UNA. Nobody really pushing forward. I will say Snom does like to be aggressive, so they might just be planning on that. They might just be trying to get that Snom pick. Setting up like a spider's web. And they are getting aggressive in showers. Ooh, the ping. Those new Cypher trips. Viper did get concussed there and didn't shoot it, and so therefore that trip is still there. A little bit more presence on B than there is on A, but still a lot of UNA presence on A, and Center knows to not rotate yet. Center knows that rotating right now just leads to an easy sight for UNA. Snam really wants to peek this, doesn't know that there's many. Gets one. The shorty
Down A.
decides to back up instead of challenging that, but Blimey is gonna challenge it. You snooze, you lose, Blimey says.
One enemy remaining.
Here.
Snam takes out that raise. It's a 5v1. About to get sandwiched on A. Blimey, a little bit of a jump scare right there, but it is gonna lead to a round 3 flawless. Absolutely great. That's almost got me pumped for how this match is gonna go. This particular map. I think that just how Haven is so big. Haven is so big, and just not really playing any of those characters that have a ton of mobility. It just makes it to where that's just not our map, really. But Bind, condensed set of hallways, and 2 teleporters. Snam has almost owned these showers for these past 3 rounds. Are going to show a little bit more presence on B than A. But once again, they're really split pushing this. They want to make sure that if somebody goes aggressive, UNA is going to be able to catch them off guard. But they know not to get aggressive. That wall goes up. They're not going to have that Viper wall for the push. Ooh, the nade goes out. Doesn't quite hurt anybody on UNA. Nice. Good pick from Xora. Oh, just run out of bullets. Or maybe just the reflex reload. Fantastic headshot from Snam. It's 2 from Snam.
Spike down A.
Spraying through the smoke. Blimey Pierogi, and Pierogi's going to get him in the back. Another one of those please peek moments where you're shouting to your teammate, like, they're looking at me, please peek. Evening it up, 2-2. I personally, I think that these seekers who are 2 away on center side could be big with how they like to play really slow, and they like to play, we're not going to peek until we have to peek it, waiting for picks. These seekers could just turn it on its head. You're going to play slow? All right. We're going to kick it up into gear 5. They push on to B really quickly, knowing that slow push is what lost them the round 2 rounds in a row. They have to wait for that rotate. Unfortunate. Showstopper is going to take out Whisper. Dog doesn't know the Pierogi's there.
Camera taken out.
Ping.
Spike planted.
Bomb is going to go down. That Astro Wall was there to provide support, but not really much was gained from it. Nice. Xora's going to get one. He's going to ult. A very scary ultimate in the open. Eyes out. Wants another one. Wants to heal. Knows this guy is there. Can't quite heal off that one, but Sky is going to make sure that Xora's not super hurt going into this.
One enemy
Nice, and
remaining.
that's a kill on the Viper, and that is going to get that shield back. Knows that the Cypher's in here. Takes out the Cypher. You don't even have to be able to see him. I, of course, do not have audio and do not know if this bomb will be defused, but I have hope. I have hope. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Absolutely fine. Limited senses makes this invigorating. Fantastic Xora ult. Xora popped that ultimate. I will say, at an incredibly scary time. Popped that ultimate. Took some damage. Won some fights. Got those just series of 1v1s that Reyna is just so specialized in. And, you know, got those heals. Got those wins. You get 3-2, giving Center the lead. I will say, Center is now down a couple ults. A couple big ults. I suppose it was just 2, but with things like Brimstone being thrown out at the very beginning of this round. Like UNA just wants to even that up a little bit. Snob backing up. If they're not going to push showers, Snob's not going to push it either. Ooh, Blimey sees that. Presence has been made known in showers. Utility from a smoker. Ooh, a lovely little one tap.
Spike
I
planted.
don't think it was a one tap. Lovely little two tap. Unfortunately, Sora gets taken out, so does Pierogi. Gonna be a rotate onto site. Site control has been lost. Whisper's gonna get one. Gonna get traded though. 2-2. 2-2, and Sky's hurt. Oh, but the concuss. The concuss to be matched by the flash.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Blimey gets one. It's not full health. Gonna push this. Fantastic. That was a series of trades that could have gone incredibly badly, and it ultimately just relies on you having trust. Trusting that your teammates are going to get your back once you go down. And they do. And it makes it 4-2. Some high-octane rounds. Some very high-octane rounds. And those ults are coming back. Like I said, Seekers are here. It is round 6, so I'm not sure the specifics on timeouts and how much are used per match, but I will say they're definitely trying to reevaluate. What can they do differently? What can UNA change up to make it to where this isn't as one-sided as it looks like it might be? We'll say it's not incredibly one-sided right now. It's 4-2. It's not. They're up 2 rounds, but those 2 rounds are making them have to run pistols. There's a Spectre here that Ixora is going to have to combat. Spectre in the hands of this Raze. This Raze has been a playmaker for the past 2 games. I suppose game and then this one. Snom gets one. Just, if Snom owns showers, then you just can't enter showers. If Snom says no, Snom says no. That Raze pushes out, doesn't see it. Ixora gets another one. That's a 5v3. Of course, everybody is on B, but Cypher's set up. Cypher's set up, and Raze is ready to collapse whenever Cypher trips do go off. That bird goes out. That's a full 3-man telly. We'll say that cannot be faked. Everybody is safe to do a rotate to A. They're going to push out of these showers. Dog down. Oh, a lovely spray into the smoke. Now 5v2.
30 seconds left.
Unfortunate headshot. They didn't see Blimey there.
Not ready yet.
Blimey could swing this. Oh, but the dog.
They're concussed.
That doesn't concuss, I don't think. Oh, it does. Never mind. Pierogi said, hey, you popped the dog? All right, I guess I'm going to get a kill. Making it 5-2. These ultimates are just racking up. And that is going to be a timeout from UNA. UNA has been just sort of throwing their heads at the wall. They're doing these split pushes. They're not really full sending. And whenever they are full sending, they're getting just caught off guard. There's not really much that center could change to be different here. I think that everybody owning their own little section of the map and just being incredibly successful at holding that down, maybe getting a pick, not over-rotating, doing these things. These are all exactly what you want to happen. Yeah, you can't say that there's a whole lot that you could be doing differently. I'm sure the players all see things that they could be doing differently and how to improve and how they can counter whatever their next move might be. I think that UNA may be looking for a more congested push. They've been pushing really spread out, and it's not working. So they may be going for just a more just, what if we make sure that Snom doesn't get to own those showers? What if we send 5 people into showers? With how set up they are on B, that Cypher utility makes it really hard to push in. Maybe more of an emphasis on A.
Yes.
I, of course, have no idea. It does look like they are going to put a little bit of pressure on A to start this off. Maybe not exactly a super congested push where everybody is running in and just, like, you know, you can't shoot all 5 of us. You definitely can. But with that sort of philosophy, instead, maybe still that slow methodical push. Oh, unfortunately, Snom is in astral form. Blimey gets the pick, though. Dog goes out. That's gonna get Snom. Snom has to push that. Can't really do anything. Ixora is the only one on A. Everybody else needs to rotate.
I know exactly where.
Ixora, oh, taking a lot of damage. And getting Cypher pinged.
Spike planted.
Those raise nades. Spray paint cans, not really much you can do with the cluster bomb. Pierogi in a really nice spot, but of course they might be anticipating it. Whisper gets taken out. It's just Pierogi. Hard flashed. Unfortunate. I know exactly where Pierogi is. Those paint cans go out. And Sky is going to get that one. I will say, Raze does accidentally kill herself.
Shoot the bad guys. How's that
Hey,
for a plan?
we just got a... what was it? Like a 4 games in a row. That was a really nice streak that Center was able to string together there. Going 5-3 is not anything that they should be losing their mental over. Ooh, Whisper saying, no, my mental's not gone. I'm exactly in the right place. I'm going to peek long with an op. They do like to show their face long. This isn't an absolutely unwarranted play. Cypher will peek this. Aim a little bit low. Hits the legs. Or maybe it was a wall bang. It looks like a wall bang. A shot is still a shot. That's going to make Cypher incredibly hurt unless he decides to peek again. Of course, there's an entirely different fiasco happening on A to where people are just getting shot and traded, making it down to a 3v4. That Viper ult comes out so that they can have security to plant. With that operator, that's going to make it to where Whisper just can't do as much.
Spike planted.
Ixora in the back, though. They do not know that Ixora's here. Nice, that's Showstopper down. Oh no, that was Whisper's Showstopper.
One enemy remaining.
This was an
Last
absolutely
player
fantastic
standing.
play. It is a 1v1 though. That operator deciding to opt for the Vandal. Doesn't know where they are exactly. Sees it. Nice. Lovely headshot.
Like you could stop me.
I was a little bit disoriented there just because of the sort of fog of war applied by that Viper, but I think that all the ultimates being thrown out, all of them were put to good use. The operator was put to good use. Whisper did pick that back up and is going to be able to peek B long again if they so choose. That was an absolutely fantastic round. A round that looked like they were down for a moment. It was 4-3 with Viper ult securing the plant. Doesn't really matter. Ixora's gonna even the playing field. A little bit of a return to form, or maybe not return to form. Stom's gonna leave that showers. Oh, Snom facing a lot of opposition. Whisper takes out one. Snom gets another. It is 4-3. That was not a bad trade there. Blimey with this judge is going to make sure that if they enter lamps, it will be a very regrettable decision. Looks like Sky's about to find out. Unfortunate, the ult comes out exactly whenever that was planned to happen.
Gun here. I've got your trail.
Full rotate onto B. Gonna pick up that Vandal. A little bit better a gun to siege a certain site with
Spike
than Judge.
planted.
Whisper does have that operator. And there's a flank from Blimey here. Making noise, making presence. That dog goes out, gonna look through hookah. Gonna find the other Sky. Nice, that's a lovely concuss. The flash goes out. Light flash, peek it. Unfortunate. Ixora does make the trade though. That Brim ult gets baited. That's early on. This defuse is still doable. Especially, especially if Ixora is pulling things like this. It is a 1v1. Whisper has the op. Does have to defuse bomb and isn't going to make it out. Very unfortunate, but those are some really good plays. Those are some really good deciding to pick up what guns to take in, things like that. Ixora, I believe, did pop ultimate there, which is unfortunate that it's a loss. However, don't count everybody out just yet. There's still a lot of ults on the board. I personally think that Showstopper is not a fantastic ult, so UNA won't be able to do too much unless they somehow get center really congested. This is a budget round, though. This is everybody buying classics and a sheriff, and everybody sitting in that little box out of spawn. Um, a little bit goofy. Just showing presence on B long while everybody else chills and stays back. Just baiting, getting that rotate. Looks like it kind of worked. Everybody on B. I'm not sure if they were already there. I believe they were. With classics, you kind of have to play close. Oh, Ixora did get a headshot there on the Sky, which is fortunate, as that's the one character that cannot be healed. Snom sees this trip. Lovely. Snom's presence is known.
Spike planted.
Unfortunate. Ghost against a Vandal. There's not a lot that you can really hope for there. Just to catch them off guard. Looks like Whisper is gonna take a different approach of running in. There's a pig. Once again, that round was, we want to have enough money to full buy on last round. We want to have enough money to give it our all on this 12th round here. Especially with ultimates. We're not going to pop these ultimates on round 11. We're going to be popping them on round 12. Just kind of the nature of it. Especially if we get a little bit of a lead, Cypher Ultimate is big. Cypher Ultimate is something that could lead to just a complete site retake. They are going to full push on B, sending 1 in long, having 4 in hookah. Whisper whiffs that op shot. That's incredibly unfortunate. Viper able to make up all that ground. Pierogi having to face off. Doesn't matter that the showstopper goes out, doesn't find Pierogi, but Pierogi gets 1. 3v4 with the Astro Wall.
Planted.
Unfortunate, just doesn't look out far enough.
Time to hunt.
Just Blimey and Snom here.
Last player standing.
Oh, Snom gets flanked. Really unfortunate. Blimey not able to make the trade. That is going to be halftime. We just switched sides. It is completely even, 6-6. We now move on to center on attacker's side. Center on attacker's side is something that I don't feel like is super detrimental at all. We had a Sky and a Raze. Sky and Raze are very aggressive characters. Reyna, of course, is too, but Ixora was doing phenomenally on defense, and you know, like, you sort of just expect it to keep up. But Sky and Raze, very aggressive characters, and if you're putting them on defense, it's kind of just area denial for a moment. But if I've got a bird flash in and a dog to clear lamps, then there's not a lot that you can do. This half could very much be in center's favor. Clearing these showers slowly. Do of course send Pierogi onto B. Doesn't have bombs, so just there for picks. With the utility out, gets that raise. Oh, and the Immortal to get away from the nade. This takes a little bit of poke, but doesn't completely get exploded. Knows that there's summon lamps. Whisper gets healed back up. Blimey's gonna plant that. Snom takes out 1. Nice. Gonna push that showers. Not showers, lamps.
One enemy remaining.
Lovely headshot. That's a flawless on pistol round. Flawless on pistol round is absolutely gorgeous. We move on into round 2, where this once again is in center's favor. We are most likely going to see an 8-6, which still just a 2-round lead, but center's been holding on to that 2-round lead this whole game. And 13 beats 10 or 11 every time. Nobody did insane, so we shouldn't be looking at any really quick ultimates just yet. Not really knowing where to dedicate space, but they are full stacked on B. A would be free. A would be free if they so chose. But it looks like they might not, and that might work in their favor. as they full rotate onto A. Cypher and Cypher setup is the only thing on B. Still having presence on both sides from center. One on the right, didn't quite get seen. Nice. Nam takes out one. One on the left. Paint cans go out. Ixora just sort of trying to bait out the Cypher here. Snob gets taken out. Starting to rotate onto A, back to be a full team again. Cypher is going to be able to pick up that utility and move as well. Ixora is going to find one. Going to heal off of it. Rogi's going to find another one.
One enemy remaining.
One CT, one lamps. CT gets taken out. Just lamps.
Down A. 30 seconds left.
Nice. A lovely burst from Whisper, making it 8-6, as we expected. However, this is the round where we're probably going to see a loss. We're probably going to see a loss on this one simply because UNA is able to buy these Vandals, and Center just can't quite trade these Bulldogs and Spectres and things for Vandals. Not necessarily a bad thing, and definitely not necessarily a guaranteed thing. A bullet is a bullet. A burst from a Bulldog is incredibly deadly. Looks like they're gonna maybe throw a ton of things into showers. Snom's domain. That smoke is just really unfortunate. Can't really push through that. Pierogi and Hookah could definitely get past that trip if they so chose, but that camera would see them. Whisper gets taken out. Can't see anything. Ixora's got to back up away from the smoke. It is going to go down soon. Getting a little bit of poke from that Molly. Going to peek out with the dog. Clears right, but there is one left. Gets taken out from heaven. Pierogi still in Hookah. Able to sort of get that rotate off. There's still one at elbow. Doesn't matter though. Pierogi's going to take them out.
30 seconds left.
Does get pinged, however. Their presence is known.
I must wait a moment.
Everybody rotating over. Maybe going to sandwich B side here. Limey's going to get behind. Not quite behind as Viper's gone now, because Snom is on a rampage. 50 health, but it doesn't matter. Double peek. Oh, not much you can do. And Blimey gets taken out as well. Once again, an expected, absolutely expected loss. Just doing the math, doing the economy. It takes a lot to be able to pull a win like that out. And getting so close, too. Getting so close to where it's still 3 of them, bomb is down, and it's just like 1 or 2 micro plays that loses that round. 8-7. Everybody's going to have these guns back. Everybody's going to be able to play their hardest. I think that this full stack strat, where they're more condensed and just 2 people on a site is really difficult to stop 4, is where they're sort of able to pick up this slack where they had it last time. Or they didn't have it last time. Oh, that judge. We, of course, can see that judge in Covey, and it's terrifying from over here.
You are divided.
That wall goes up. That judge can still see. The judge gets taken out, and the judge is going to just find those pings.
B.
Cypher getting a lot of use out of their placement. Gets concussed. Oh, once again.
Spike down.
Running with a shotgun. Blimey knows that there's one in there, but Blimey is going to get pinged. flash goes out.
30 seconds left.
The distraction with the teleporter. It is just a Bucky. They do have the range advantage.
Last player
One down. There's another. There's two. Down to two. It is evened it up. 8-8. Both teams can still win this very easily. Center having a little bit more leeway with ultimates. Center having Ixora's Reyna ultimate and that Cypher ultimate. The Neural Thief. Neural Thief is a really big rotate tool. With if they could get UNA off of a site and just pop that ultimate and have the utmost advantage whenever it comes to knowledge and recon, that would be big. Not to mention, Ixora is a demon. Absolute fiend. With the Sheriff, I don't know about that, but with the ultimate, yes. That's a ton of utility just being thrown in order to prevent that entry there. Ixora gets dropped and we're sort of forced to look for somewhere else to go. Looks to the right to that expected Cypher trip, and it's just not there. That flash goes out, that sees people.
Here.
One close right, they know that. Can't really do much about that.
Spike
Phantom
down
versus Classic.
A. Last player standing. Flawless.
An unfortunate flawless. However, save round. We're going to be coming back with Vandals, Phantoms, Utility, and Ultimates. Still only having Brimstone Ultimate. Showstopper is on the table for UNA within the next round, as well as Viper's Pet. Still an incredibly close game. I think that these next few rounds, the way that they control economy and ult economy could be definers of who wins the last few rounds. Ixora pops that ultimate. Whisper's gonna push out those blast packs. Oh, Ixora cannot push through this. The ultimate Snom gets taken out. Ixora has to move fast if they want to get use out of their ultimate. Open for a spray. Eye goes out. Sees one, gets one. Heal. Gonna refresh that timer. Can't see anything. The decay is absolutely deadly.
Last player standing.
Isn't looking at that Viper's bit and just gets taken out. Just blimey. Blimey just hoping for maybe a few picks. Hoping that some are going to rotate off of A. That bird does not see Blimey. They have no idea where she is.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds to get picks and plant. Plant and winning round is not out of the question if a really nice chain can be found here. Of course, doesn't know that Cypher is very closely trailing. Might go a different route, though. With the 10 seconds, just going to hope for the save. Hopefully clears that left if they do decide to push forward. Oh, hard flash. They do know where Blimey is. Cypher behind. Unfortunate. Taken out. 8 to 10. Still very close game. I think that, yeah, that timeout was definitely something that was needed. Went from a decent little handful of round lead to all of a sudden down 2 rounds. I have no idea what they would change. I have no idea what they would change. But of course, you could just say, yeah, better communication, just calling out like where you're doing, playing together more, all these things that like the ideal team can do. But I think everybody's playing their heart out right now, and they know that there's a lot on the line. Thinking about what they need to change. If they can pin it down, what it is that is going to make a difference, that's huge. That's huge as we're so close to the end of this map. UNA just sort of had the last few rounds on lock. Showstopper still in their back pocket. Seekers and Neural Theft are in Center's hands. Hopefully they were able to figure something out. Hopefully they were able to figure something out and they can turn this around and hit that last home stretch of wins that they need in order to win. Thrower's gonna peek out of this here. A ton in B long. A site is nearly free. Dog gets seen. The smoke thrown up. They cannot really push this.
Your trail.
Looks like they're gonna go for a massive lurk. They need to look. Center needs to look out from behind.
Our spike's down.
Which Seeker should reveal that.
Spike down A.
Cypher does of course take out 2 on site. Victoria takes out that trip. Nice, takes out the Cypher. He's gonna heal off that Cypher as well. 3 to 4. 1 CT, 2 showers, 1 main. Pierogi gets taken out from CT.
Last
Snom
player
knows.
standing.
Just Snom taken out from showers. Super split push by them. They threw a ton of people on B, and so it made it to where they could throw a ton of people on that lurk. You can only look so many directions. Especially whenever you have Cyphers on site hitting really lucky through the smoke 2Ks. It was a really good use of Seekers in that last round, as they didn't really know where everybody was. They pop Seekers and have 2 of them go the opposite direction because there's so many lurkers. So they know that somebody's going to be behind them. Unfortunately, they're not going to have that this round. They are going to go for a similar thing, throwing everybody on B to B long. And instantly taking everybody off A. A very interesting play. I think presence is known. And they're going to take this fight. They're not going to push on the side. They're instead going to take this.
Our spike's down.
Raze gets 1. Nice. Raze gets taken out. Unfortunate. Close range Phantom v Sheriff is not something that you really... You can pull out wins with a lot of the time. 8 to 12. UNA has to win 1 more round, and they win the second map. This is the make it or break it at this point. Center will have to go on a really big just upswing streak and demolish UNA for the next handful of rounds. Took that full stack onto B long. Whisper hopefully can get on site quick enough to pop that. Throws it out. Nice, and it's gonna get some damage. Brimstone will be hurt. It's gonna at least cost that Sky heal. This guy's gonna take out Pierogi. Blimey's gonna get the trade.
I have the spike.
4v4. 4v4 and Brimstone's incredibly hurt for UNA. Whisper on A site. Unfortunate. Cypher takes out Whisper. That ping. There's not much you can do with that ping and the 2K. It's just Snom here. Snom will have to pull out a 1v4 without bomb in order to win this map. Or even win this round. That's 1.
My ult's ready.
Let's not counter out just yet. Plenty of time.
30 seconds left.
Sees that Brim. Has to take this fight. Takes out Brim. There's another one in the back. Can't quite see that though.
You are divided.
Gonna throw out ultimate, knows that this is where it ends. Unfortunate, cannot manage to take out Viper.
Defenders win.
That is gonna go second map to UNA. Is this best of 5 or best of 3?
Best of 3.
This is best of 3, and so that is gonna make it to where that goes to UNA. Series is gonna go to UNA, and it's gonna go 2-0 or 0-2. Unfortunate that we lost, but still some really exciting games. and that will be end of season ? For Valorant. But I hope that they aren't in too low spirits because that was a really good fight that they were able to put up there at the end. But yeah. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time.